Hi, I'm Steve. After my last video on Chopra and the Epstein files, a lot of you mentioned one name, Oprah. And it's an interesting point actually, because Oprah didn't just interview people, she amplified them. And when someone with that level of cultural authority puts a person on stage, something shifts. For years, being featured on Oprah meant instant legitimacy. Books became bestsellers overnight. Unknown teachers became global authorities. Careers were launched. Deepak Chopra, Dr. Phil, Dr. Oz, Eckhart Tolle. Some of them helped people, and some later faced serious criticism or controversy. One, John of God, whom she featured, was later convicted of sexual abuse after gaining international fame. That's not conspiracy, that's documented. So the question isn't dramatic, it's psychological. What happens when cultural authority transfers trust at scale? Most of us don't have time to research everyone deeply. We rely on cues, status, platform, confidence. If someone trusted introduces someone else, we relax. We assume due diligence has been done, right? I mean, that's efficient, but it's also risky because we're not really trusting the teacher, we're trusting the person who validated them. Was Oprah naive? Now here's where people split. Some people think she must have known, others think she was genuinely trying to uplift people. And personally, I think it's more ordinary than that. Oprah built her platform on vulnerability, growth, emotional healing. She likely believed in the people she featured. Influence isn't always manipulation. Sometimes it's enthusiasm. And enthusiasm can amplify the wrong people without intending to. That's human. Once someone's presented as wise, articulate, insightful, we fill in the rest. We assume depth, we assume integrity, we assume coherence, even when there are inconsistencies. That's the halo effect. And once someone becomes part of your identity, spiritually, intellectually, politically, disillusionment feels personal. You're not just disappointed, you feel slightly foolish, which makes people defensive or angry or dismissive. I mean, this isn't really about Oprah. It's about how we outsource discernment. It's easier to follow a curated list of approved voices than to sit quietly and think for ourselves. And let's be honest, most of us are busy. Real life is loud. And when authority collapses, the reaction isn't just moral, it's existential. And if they weren't who I thought they were, what does that say about me? That's the uncomfortable bit. Not everything was harmful. And to be fair, Oprah also introduced genuinely helpful ideas. Emotional literacy, narrative healing, mindfulness. And many people benefited from those. It's not black and white. And I don't think the takeaway is never trust anyone. That's too extreme, right? So what's a practical lesson? Maybe it's this: learn from ideas, not from personalities. Listen carefully. Notice when you're transferring authority automatically. And take a step back before attaching your identity to a public figure. Because when you place someone on a pedestal, eventually gravity does what gravity does. You don't need to reject every teacher. You don't need to worship them either. You can take what's useful and leave the rest. And get out of your head about needing someone else to hold certainty for you. Anyway, if this kind of calm psychological breakdown is useful, please subscribe. If you'd rather work on your own clarity in a practical, detailed way, there are links in the description. All the best. Watch one of these videos next.